All right. Hello, everybody. Let me host. There you go, my friend. All right. Close that out. Hi, guys. Okay, so before we jump in, a couple things I just want to say real quick. Getting scary out there, folks. Eh? It is getting crazy out there. So where do I even start? I don't want to spend too much time on this because the last couple of shows that I've done, I've been talking about what's going on in the world and the new rules that they have been putting in place and how freaked out everyone is getting. I'm a psychic medium. I feel the fear and the energy change in everywhere I go, and it's palpable. It is extraordinarily palpable. As well as since they made these new rules, I have seen people making the choice and decision to get the thing that they didn't want to get because they feel like if they don't, that they're not going to have a job and they're not going to have a life and they're not going to be able to do the things that they want to do. And I just want to say this to everybody. I just want to say, I've been saying this for the last year and a half. And I know a lot of people thought I was like completely bonkers when I started saying it, but I gotta say it again. The world is going to change, you guys. It is not going back to the world that we lived in before COVID. It's just not going to go there. So all of you who are trying to desperately hold on to that life, it's just going to get harder and harder and harder until you let go and connect to the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is all of the love and energy and beings that you cannot see with your physical eyes, but are there, like radio waves that are going through the room. You can't see the TV and radio waves all over the place, right? But if you turn your TV on, it'll tune into them and then it'll play them and you will hear them. The world's not going back to the way. But when you connect to the fifth dimension and you ask your guides and you ask God and you ask your loved ones to show you the way, to show you what to do, to show you plan B, show you choice B, they will. I don't know how to stress this enough, you guys. They will. Please step out of your comfort zone. Please think bigger and try to connect to the higher dimensions, because I promise you they will meet you halfway. And if you have had to do the thing, or just for anybody out there, I'm gonna start showing this at every single live that I do because it's helped me that much, and I think it's that important. I gotta take for can't even talk. So much spirit, my nose is going crazy. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so I want to talk about iodine real quick because this has absolutely changed my life. Keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling anybody else what to do. This is just what I'm talking about. I've experienced in my personal life after research on what 10,000 mcgs of iodide, iodide. Make sure that's what it says when you get it. I don't care how many mcgs it says on the bottle. You can take an equivalent of, it usually says, like this one says 400 per drop or whatever, but I take 10,000 mcgs per day. It clears out brain fog. It detoxifies the heavy metals from your bloodstream. It boosts your immunity so that you can fight off any kind of infection that comes your way. It mainly what it did, you wouldn't be able to tell it now because I'm like blah 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 because there's so much spirit in my head, but it clears out the brain fog, you guys, and enables you to be able to connect to the higher dimension easier than you would before. So, and amazing for depression. So I just want to say that. All right, so that being said, let's just jump right into it. Trisha, it's been a while since I've read for you. I'm excited to have you here today. And like I said, your dad has been pacing back and forth in my that sounds bad, in my bathroom while I was getting ready. That's where they like talk in my ear a lot. Oh boy, give me 1 second. My nose, you guys. This is Andrea and somebody else that's here. I know, Tammy, you said Wanda's guest is coming. I think their loved ones are here already. Some of you know what that means when my nose starts itching like this, but it's not. I don't think this is coming from you, Trish. Okay. A little bit it is. Okay, are you ready to do this? You have a lot of interesting energy around you right now. It's been a while since I read for you, but the energy feels a little thicker than before. So interesting. Are you ready to do this?
I am.
This part of it hasn't changed, my friend. Both feet flat on the floor for me.
Yep.
I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Interesting. Okay, so there's 3 energies around you, Trisha. I don't remember who all these people are, though. I got to be honest with you. Your mom's still here in the physical world, I believe, but yet I'm hearing or I'm feeling a mother figure. I got your dad. Your dad, I remember. I totally remember his energy, but there's a young female here as well that comes through with the mother figure. So if it, she shows me like to the side. So I don't know if you had a cousin or somebody like this that's on the other side. I don't know how to understand these energies. The lady to the side and above, goes down, and the father figure. Then they show me like a bag in the wind. Like I feel like I'm being like whipped around everywhere, which wouldn't surprise me considering the speech that I gave this morning, and now that you're the first reading up. Because it's been a while since I read for you, I want to go to this person here because I recognize your dad's energy and he's chomping at the bit to talk to you. But I want to go to the mother figure because this is not your mom, is it?
No.
Do you understand who the lady that's coming forward with the person that's underneath of her? They both have a connection to some kind of disfigurement or something because my nose is going itchy as crazy. And when that happens, that's like disfigurement or the body didn't look the way it was supposed to when I passed. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Who are these people and why are they like, is this mother daughter like auntie and cousin, or I don't know, they just come through very close together?
Grandmother and granddaughter.
That would make sense. Yeah. Okay, now they all 3 are talking to you right now, and I'm seeing the bag in the wind all over the place, like feeling like I'm being whipped around and I have no control. Do you understand that?
No.
Slow this down. Who drive does you, so you have a boyfriend, right? Or you're married. There's the person to the side, correct?
Yeah.
And does he drive for a living? Because I keep seeing him in a vehicle.
Tow truck, yes.
Okay. It's around him. There is something around. So do you guys live together? Because she just took your hands and put them together.
Yes.
You guys live together, correct?
Yes.
I don't know what this means. There's something about the instability or the feeling or the possibility of instability around his job or around that, like, not necessarily his, it's almost like it's his job, not his career. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's like this feeling of having to go with the flow no matter where I go. Do you know what I mean? Not
Yep.
really being able to control it, just having to go with the flow.
It's wherever the job takes them.
That would, see, this is why I'm seeing the bag floating all over the place. It's like I just didn't know how to interpret that. Your dad wants you to know that he's kind of helping to guide on that side, not just him, but these guys over here are like piped up when I said that. They want you to know that no matter what happens, they got you. And then your dad shows me leveling up, and now he's going a mile a minute. Oh, stop at the nose. He shows me my symbol for pride. He's showing me leveling up. He's showing me that your communication skills with the other side have gotten so much better over the last like 6 months or so. I hear changes, but you don't, this is interesting. There's an energy around you. Remember how when I said that your energy is a little bit different?
Yeah.
It almost feels like you kind of feel stuck, but free at the same time. It's a weird energy. It's like I'm forced to do things differently than I ever would have done them before. However, I'm kind of liking it kind of energy. Does that make sense?
No.
Your dad said, yes, it does. Just like the bag. He's like, do it again, Tracy. So I want to go to your house. He's putting you in the house. There's something around the house or the job that is completely different than the way that you used to do it.
I've decorated for the fall.
No, that's beautiful. I get when you say that. I feel their love for that, but that's not what they're talking about. It feels more career or ambition or purpose related. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I've helped the people like last year when COVID hit. A lot of families were left with no childcare. So I've opened up my home and I've taken on a few kids to help families so they could go to work.
Now I have chills because as you're saying that, your dad's like, ding, 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 ding. He's like, this is exactly what I'm talking about, that you had to do things very differently, but like you would not have done that pre-COVID. However, I think you're liking it more than you thought you would. Do you understand that? Hello? Did we lose
Yeah.
you, Tish? Oh,
Hello.
are you there? I can hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Are you there?
This is a game.
I
Here,
can
yes,
hear you.
Okay, we're good again. I don't know who froze, but we were playing the hello game for a minute there. Do you understand what he was saying about that? That you're liking this more than you thought you would?
Yeah.
See, I never know why they're saying what they're saying until you validate it. But what did your dad say? He said that he was going to help from the other side to make sure that no matter what happens, you guys get aligned with where you need to go. He's showing me that you had to do things very differently this year than you would have done before. But I feel like you actually kind of like it more than you thought you would. And your dad is kind of like, don't even worry about it. I'll send you more kids if you want more kids. Like it's almost like this feeling of being just protected, that you don't have to worry about where your next paycheck is going to come from because they've already got it planned out for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He said, I don't know what this is. I'm seeing roast beef or a crock pot. I don't know what this is. See, so it could be like my favorite dinner. I don't know what this is. Roast beef is my favorite dinner and they speak symbolically. So I don't know if you just made a big dinner for you guys or if why he's showing me this. Did you just have roast beef recently?
No, we don't eat roast beef.
So why is he showing me the crock pot? That's the only thing I cook in there. So that's why I'm seeing that. You got to understand, he's not talking to me. He's talking to you. I'm not in your life, right? So all I know
The only dinner that I made was on like a big dinner on Monday was chicken breast with scalloped potatoes and a salad.
So would it make sense that your dad would want you to know that he was there for this?
Yes.
Because he would not let me move forward. He's like, no, there was a big dinner. Like, this is why they kept like I said, they only can show me what's in my library, right? I'm not in your life. So I don't know why they're showing me this, but he would not let me move forward because he kept saying, listen, I was there. I was there. I was there. Show her the dinner. Show her the dinner. I was there. Interesting. What is the question that you have? Because they just said, as your dad's starting to pull his energy back. It's funny because he feels all proud of himself that he was able to say hi to you again. But they just, as he pulls his energy back a bit, they're like, well, you didn't answer the question. What is the question?
I just want to make sure that my kids will be okay.
because of the,
No, no. My daughter just started to talk to me after about 9 months, and there was things that came out, and I'm torn between the two of them right now. It has to do with both of them.
okay. So this dinner that you had, was this with the kids?
With my daughter, and that's when everything came out.
That's why your dad's bringing it up. Do you see what I'm saying? There is a reason why they bring everything up, but I'm not in your life, so you have to work with me. So this is okay. So he's like, thank you. Well, I was just not gonna push it if you didn't want to talk about it. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my cards. I hear, as I'm shuffling this, I heard it's about time. Holy stubborn, it's about time. Yeah. I'm seeing you seeing things from a different perspective. I'm seeing her seeing things from a different perspective. They're showing me that it was revealed that there was some type of manipulation in between the two of you by a third party. You
Yep.
understand that?
Yep.
You know what he just said? He kissed your cheek and he said, listen, sweetie, hurt people hurt people. So even this third party, I got to tell you that the emotions that I can feel around them is that a little bit of jealousy or envy or a feeling of like injustice or something. And that their meddling or intervention came from a place of pain, not from a place of wanting to hurt somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your dad is telling you to remember that hurt people hurt people. But he said there's something really beautiful here, and that is that healed people heal people. And the fact that you two are finally working on healing yourselves gives you the ability to heal the other person as well. Never underestimate the power of forgiveness. Forgiving somebody who has wronged you, who knows they have wronged you, can be more powerful than punishing them ever could be. Do you understand that?
Yep.
This is why your dad's saying that he's very proud of you for the changes that you've made recently. This is why your dad is reminding you to connect to that higher dimension. This is why there's a feeling of being like a bag whipping in the wind, just having to go wherever the wind takes me, feeling like I don't have a lot of control over the way that the events are kind of unfolding. But they're reminding you that this is happening for you, not to you, that you've been praying for an answer on this. And a lot of times when we're in these kinds of tricky relationship situations, we just want it to be healed. We want to wake up one day and it just to be all better. But we forget that we have to heal it. It takes time for healing. If you have a burn on your hand, it takes time to heal it, right? But you have to constantly put in the attention that it requires to heal that. And that's what you're doing now. Finally, is what I hear. Finally, you're putting in that time and attention that is required to heal this wound. And as you heal this wound, you get use and function of that limb again, which you and your daughter together feel like a limb, just so you know, because your energy combined feels like you have the power to heal a lot of people. It's like you equal joy, she equals joy, but when you put them together, it's like huge joy, and anyone around you can't help but be happy. Like, I don't know if you two are a bunch of comedians or whatnot, but I just feel an abundance of laughter and happiness around the two of you, and that is contagious. And when you two heal that, whoever this third party is, they're going to believe that they can be healed too. I feel like this is just baby steps. You're on your way there. Just know that your dad and these loved ones over here, they're on your team and they're helping you. The trick is not to allow the limitations and boundaries and the old story to take place in your head, but to create a new story, to visualize forgiveness, visualize healing, visualize connection, and let your loved ones do the rest. Does that make sense?
Yep.
He's very proud of you. And then as he pulled his energy back, he goes, sooner than you think, sweetie, sooner than you think. And I think that's kind of the energy that I was feeling as well around, which I think was kind of career, because, or I thought was kind of career, is because this is what you're supposed to be doing full time right now. It's healing. That is your career. Do not think of this as wasted time. This is extraordinarily important investment of your time that is going to train you to be a really good healer for the people that need it in your extended family. Life's about to get interesting. And then, does your daughter have grandkids as well?
No.
Have babies?
No.
Kids? Because I'm seeing them, honey. I'm seeing them. It's like everything happens at the perfect timing. This healing comes in before the grandbabies does, because you're going to be very involved. Like, life is going to be so different going forward. This is going on in the world right now, all around us. Relationships are healing. God is bringing people back together that couldn't be together before because our egos and our pain was too great. But now there is more love in the world than there was ever has been before. And we have the tools to heal it now that we didn't back then. So just know that the old world, that is never going to be again. We are moving towards a new world, and this new world has love and light and connection and purpose. And as long as you stay connected in that frequency, yes, there's going to be challenging moments. That dinner your dad was talking about wasn't easy, but it was sure worth it at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very proud of you. He's like, and we'll be back. He's so glad that you're here again, let me tell you. I can feel, I don't know, did you miss me? I feel, it's interesting because he's like, we missed you. I never heard that before. Huh.
Yeah, I did miss you.
Well, know that I thought about you a lot. And even if you guys, some of you have been my members for like years. So even if you're not my members anymore, I still keep you in my prayers. So I'm glad that you're doing so amazing. And I can't wait to see how this looks next month, because he's showing me change will be quick. So get excited.
Okay. All right.
Right. I'm going to let him pull his energy back. And you don't have to get off of here now. You can stick around and watch, or you can leave, whatever floats your boat.
Okay, how do I exit out of here now, though?
I don't know. I think there should be a button at the bottom that says end leave, or you can just put your mute button on so that and listen as I talk to the other people. Totally up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Trisha, or not Trisha, Andrea, I'm coming to you.
Hello.
Hello, your energy just spiked up, girl. Interesting. There's some good things going on in your world right now. Huh. All is not as it seems, my friend. All is not as it seems. Interesting. Excuse me. I just didn't mean to burp on you. Okay, are you ready to do this?
I am.
Okay, both feet flat on the floor for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and I want you to blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Oh, interesting. Okay, so both your girls are here, hun. You have a couple of other people that are here as well, but they're kind of pushing them back, and they're like, today's our day, Mom. Today is our day. I keep hearing blessing in disguise, and what they showed me was that, did you hear the reading right before me, or right before you, where I said that situations are being brought up to the surface again, that we can heal now, that we could not heal then? Did you hear me say that?
Yeah.
I feel like you have a number of issues like this in your world. You have been praying and asking for a number of changes and a number of things to happen in your world, but you have not been lining up with receiving those things. So what I
Mhm.
mean by that is that a lot of times we will pray. This is the 5-lane highway example. You've heard this one before, right? Where we ask God to bring us to a certain place, and God says, yes, I'd love to, but you have to like change lanes so you can get into the right position for the exit that's coming up in like 5 miles. And we go, no, I'm not willing to change lanes. Bring the exit to me. And so what he does is he creates these situations that kind of block your path. So you can't keep going that way and you have to redirect. But he's doing it one little thing at a time, which if you don't understand what's going on, I guess it can be interpreted as, why is the world against me? It's like, just when I heal from one thing, you throw the next thing at me. And then I heal from that and it's like, boom, something else. Do you understand that feeling?
Yep.
So what is going on, sweetie, is that you are clearing out the wounds of the past that have held you back. Do not be afraid of this. Every time a situation from the past gets brought up right now, it means that you have something now that will enable you to clear this roadblock that you didn't have in the past. But you have to be willing to be flexible and to be able to look in a new direction for what you're searching for. Because if you are looking only in the old direction and you are not wavering in any way, you're not going to find new. New is not in the old, it's in the new. You understand?
Mhm.
There's a little bit of resistance on your path to move into the new. You've got this energy of, please bring it to me, please, 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 please. And God's like, okay, I'll bring it to you. No problem. Just go outside and your brand new car will be there. And you're like, no, I'm not stepping outside. I'm not moving. Bring the car to me in the kitchen. Please, 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 please. And there's this energy where you want it so bad, but you're refusing to identify that you have to redirect yourself to put yourself in a position to receive it. You can't receive the car in the kitchen. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What is going on in your life? Oh, they're killing my nose here. What is going on in your life are these little situations to heal those things so that you can move forward in the energy that you've asked for.
So
Mhm.
Annie's gone.
So what did you say?
Annie is gone.
That's your daughter.
That's the little the little girl that was living with us.
Right.
She's gone.
Right.
Situations kind of out of our control.
Yep.
Which I wish her all the love and happiness going forward. However, the way that she was taken was very deceitful and hurtful for us. And I think for her, I think she was, because it just happened. Like it was just, yeah.
Yeah, no warning.
Well,
But before you tell me anything more, I have to just stop you here, because what your girls are showing me is that, Mom, this is what we said. You knew that a change had to be made here for quite some time before it happened like this, right?
yes.
But you refused to make the change. Refused. So life comes in and makes it for you. That's what happened. But what you're failing to recognize is that this happened for you, not to you. See, you're looking at this situation from a very painful perspective. You felt the pain around it for you guys. You felt the pain around it for Annie. But what you haven't been able to focus on is the blessings that it leads to for you and for Annie. The healing that it leads to.
No, like I do. I know it's for the best. I
Yeah.
know it's for the best. And I know that if we would have made a decision sooner, or
Yeah.
if we would have made our decision, things would have turned out a lot differently, whether we would have proceeded with the guardianship or not proceeded with the guardianship, right?
Yeah.
But I know it's for the best for everybody involved. But
But
the way it happened was not
okay,
nice.
but this is what I'm telling you. When you tell me this story, and when we get off of here, I want you to go back and watch this. I don't know if you always watch them, but I want you to watch this one. Because when you tell me that story, you tell this much of it of how this is supposed to happen, and you knew this was the eventual whatever and eventual path and trajectory, et cetera, et cetera. But, and the but feels this big. And then you put into your awareness the way it happened. So what that does, sweetie, is that instead of getting into the frequency of eager expectation for what the future now holds for you, you are in the frequency of pain because of this, the way the situation ends. You can't change the way that situation ended. The only thing
No.
you can change is the way you perceive it.
Right.
So if you can look at that situation and say, you know what, I didn't like the way that ended. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to say, thank you, Annie, for teaching me this, because because this situation happened with you, I'm never going to allow that to happen in our life again. If I am ever in a situation like this again, I will know what to do and I will act. And I am thankful that I have this knowledge and wisdom now that I didn't have then. Obviously, I'm going to need it at some point in the future, or God wouldn't have trained me with it now. So I'm going to get excited about what's coming in the future. Do you see what I'm saying? You can change perspective.
Yeah. And I have, initially I was upset, but
well, I have to tell you, you're still a little bit upset. Remember when I first jumped on and the first thing I said is, Andrea, I like your energy. There's some good things going on. And you're like, huh? Because your brain is trying to recognize that this is good, but you haven't really, you're not really overly feeling that yet. It's like there's this mix of leaving the old way of thinking behind and connecting to the new. You got a little bit of both going on. You understand that?
I do, yeah, but we have also a lot of other things that have happened, and we have something else kind of so yes, I have been asking for something that we really want, and I've been asking for it to happen. And we are trying to do everything that we're supposed to do to make it happen. It's just, I guess I'm impatient.
What?
I said, I guess I'm just impatient. I just need.
Yes. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about what you're trying to do right now?
How do I feel about it?
How do you feel about it? Where you are right now?
I really, really, really want it to work. Really want it to work.
Okay, so that tells me you don't believe it. Because listen to me, there's a difference between the energy that you just talked about or knowing that it's going to happen and it's just a matter of time. There's a difference. So what you're describing is hoping something will happen, having no proof of it and going, please, 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 I want it, I want it, I want it so bad. There's a difference between that energy and somebody walking up and going, Andrea, it's yours. Christmas, it's going to be here on Christmas. If I said that, if you could have definitive proof that what you were asking for would be here at Christmas, it would change your energy around and your thinking around whatever this is, correct?
Correct. And
that's the frequency that pulls it in. You have to understand that.
To be honest, I know it's going to happen. I can feel it.
Your intuition tells you that it is going to happen.
Yes.
Your job is now to get into the frequency that will pull it in. Your emotion is the frequency that dials into the universe. You can tell what kind of day you're going to have by how you feel when you wake up in the morning, because that's like tuning into the radio station. I know that I'm going to hear country music if I put it on Country 105. I'm not
Right.
going to put it on Country 105 and expect to hear rock, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is that you can know that something is out there and possible. Like, I know that Country 105 is out there. I could listen to it anytime I want, but I still have the responsibility to dial into that frequency. So
Right.
what I'm saying to you is that you have to specifically spend some time talking to yourself every morning and saying things to yourself like what you just said to me. Andrea, it's coming. It is so coming. I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. Like, is this about moving or something like this as well? Because I feel a lot of energy changing around you whatever we're talking about.
It's changing careers.
Okay. Because I feel all that energy moving around you as we talk about that.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. It's interesting to me that this situation is happening. Oh, my nose is going nuts. This situation is happening right after the Annie situation happened, because the Annie situation kind of showed you to change your thought process around it before the universe has to step in and force it to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're in a situation where you want something and you know it's going to happen eventually, but you have to change your thought process, your frequency, in order to dial it in sooner, easier, quicker than you did with the other experience. So you have to plan purposefully. If you needed groceries, you would totally sit down and plan time to write a grocery list and to properly vibrationally create what you need before you go to the grocery store. Even if you don't write a list, you're going to look through your cupboards and see what you need, and you're going to do some kind of vibrational work, preparation before you do the physical work, right?
Right.
So you would discipline yourself enough to do that, because it would be really frustrating to go to the grocery store and buy a bunch of stuff and get home and find out you didn't need half of that stuff, or you didn't get what you did need because you didn't do any vibrational preparation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to discipline yourself now to vibrationally create what it is that you want. So this new career, you have to get up every day and visualize it in your mind. See yourself having it. Tell God, thank you for bringing it to me. Tell your girls, thank you for bringing it to me. I know you guys are bringing it to me. When a situation happens in your world that pushes you into the new, then you have to thank them for doing that, because you know that whatever's coming is in the new. It's not in the old. If it was, you would have it already. And when you get into that line of thinking and you carve out a little bit of discipline, just a little bit, for 5 minutes a day of vibrational creation, it will flow right into your world. The only reason you don't have it right now is because you are on an anxiety, not a huge anxiety. You got a little bit of up and down, and you're kind of flipping stations all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they bring you what you're asking for, it's going to match the frequency that you are putting out right now, which is a little bit anxious. And you don't want your new career to feel anxious. You want it to feel excited and eager and happy and joyful. So you visualize it that way, and then it will pour in. I do want to say that I get after Christmas. I get that after Christmas, the activity around this is going to pick up dramatically. And that right now, what you're supposed to be doing is working on disciplining yourself for the inner work, because your daughters just held you accountable and said, Mom, you're doing great, but you still have to discipline yourself to sit down and just have 5 minutes of purposeful thinking. That's it. Purposeful thinking. 5 minutes a day, and everything will start changing. That's why that situation just happened. And then who's got the birthday coming up in November? Well, I see September and November.
It's my son's birthday today,
Aww.
Aiden.
He's alive though. He's not on the other side, because you're sitting. The
alive.
girl that.
What?
They just did that. What's that? A
They gave
noogie?
him a noogie. They
Yeah.
gave him a noogie. Yeah, today's his birthday.
No. And then they said if he's lucky, because if we were there, we would totally birthday bump him.
Oh, well, they would have a hard time because he's 6'4" and he's very fit. So,
That
and
she
they are
said
no-
hot. That's funny. She's like, I'm not supposed to say this about my brother, but he's hot, Tracy. He's hot.
yes, he
Thinks he's
is.
hot anyway.
No, he is a good looking boy. I do have,
Is he engaged?
no.
He's showing me a ring.
Hmm.
I see a proposal. Has he got a girlfriend?
No, but my other son's birthday is in October and he has a girlfriend.
There you go. Because that's so funny. So I said September and November, but I'm wrong. It's September and October. That's okay. Feels like a good month in between though. Yeah. What's with the frogs? I'm seeing frogs. Like a creek. You have a little one as well, don't you? A little boy?
Yeah. Yeah, he's 6.
Is there a little creek by your house or something? Like I'm seeing finding
Yeah.
frogs or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know
I
if he found some frogs or what is with the frogs down there?
He thought just, I think it was yesterday, he said, Mom, look, a frog. But it wasn't a frog, it was something like a piece of fur or something. But he has mentioned that he wanted to go down and look for frogs.
There we go. So this is your girl saying, Mom, we're with him. We're going with him. And you know what? I know why they're showing me this, because she said, Mom, come on, let's vibrationally create the frog. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it with a frog, and then you can do it with something bigger. So for the next week, when you first get up in the morning, I want you to visualize you and your little one going down to the little creek there and finding a frog and seeing his little face just light up and freak out, and knowing that your girls planted that frog in his path and that they're there with you at that exact moment. I want you to visualize that same scenario over and over and over and over again until it happens. And when it happens, you will know that you created that with their help, and you will feel their presence, and you will know that you can create anything you want in this world with a little bit of patience and the right vibration. You move forward into the direction that you want to go. But God is not going to allow you to get to the next stage if you are in a frequency of anxiety, because you will get to the next stage in anxiety. You don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that is happening to you is very important for you right now, as in this is happening for you, not to you. It's happening to help guide you to the next level. And just so you know, as far as Annie goes, I do feel a reunification again coming up in the future. I don't know when, but it's not the last time that you will see her, just so you know.
That's good. Yeah, I am worried about her because
this is why your girls are showing the frog. She's like, Mom, don't worry about her. We're with her. Nothing is going to happen to her. And she said, she cut you off when you said because. She goes, don't even speak it, because your words have power. They create. Do not even speak it. We're not worried about her. We're excited for her because God is going to take care of her. They're going to watch over her. They're going to put the right people in her path, the right situations, the right therapy, the right education, and she is going to be good. You understand? Good. You vibrationally create that like you do the frog. This is about learning to take control of your own life and knowing that you can create it to be whatever you want. We are not just helpless passengers on this car of life. We create it. Get excited. She just blew out the birthday candles. She's like, all right, cake, finally. What does that mean? Is he coming over for cake?
No, I wish. No, he's in he lives in Merritt. So
where is that?
It's past Kamloops. It's about an hour past Kamloops, I think.
You know what?
And
Huh?
He's working on a ranch there, so he's got no family. And when I talked to him this morning, he was on his way to spend some time with his horse. He's retired her for a year because she had an injury, and she's also having a baby.
Oh. I still see Cake. Is he like on a farm then? Like he wouldn't be able to get skip the dishes out there?
No, he's on a ranch.
Interesting. Because she's like, get somebody to bring him a cake, and then you have cake and Skype him, and you both eat cake at the same time. There's something about cake. Somebody's making him a cake. She's like very insistent that he will have cake, Mom. You get cake too, so that the two of you can have cake together.
Okay.
So if there is not Skip, that's my city girl, idea, right? Just skip it. But I don't know how that goes down, but they keep showing it to me. And just let him know
Maybe I'll have a cake ordered and delivered to the ranch.
That's what I'm saying. If there's a way to do that, that's what they're showing me, is to like you order it and deliver it, and then you have one at your house that all your family can eat, so that we're celebrating and having cake together. Even if we're not in the exact same room, it'll still feel like we're all together. There is ways to keep people together. She goes, and I'll
you look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I've lost almost 40 pounds now.
Awesome.
Oh, menopause, isn't it fun?
No, it's
I know.
hot
I'm
flashes.
vibrationally creating how I want this to go. It's fun. Awesome.
You look really good.
Thank you, Andrea. I'm going to let them pull their energy back. And I'm really excited for you because your energy is absolutely changing. You might not be feeling it too much yet, but I can feel the difference. And it was so heavy for so long. And you're moving up, girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let them pull
tell them.
Pardon?
Tell them I love them. Where I said, tell them I'm sending them a kiss.
You just did.
They already know.
And when you said that, she said, and we're sending you a rose.
Ah.
Watch out for that. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to let them pull their energy back. Have a great day, hon.
You too. I'm going to go down to the creek with my son.
All right. I can't wait to see if you find a frog.
I'll send you a picture if we do.
That would be awesome. And then I'll put it in the comment section of this.
I will. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Okay. So Wanda, I want to read for you, but it's interesting because your daughter's here for sure. My nose the whole time. They're playing with my nose. Everybody who came through today had a connection to somebody who had some type of disfigurement at the end of their life. So my nose is like going nuts. But she keeps saying that it's not the right time, which is what she said the last time too. So I'm very confused. And then I think it has something to do with my sister said right before we started that you were expecting a guest. So I'm not sure if that's why they said it's not the right time. It's not the right time, but I'm getting happy birthday again. Does any of that does that make sense to you?
Well, yeah, my birthday's coming up. Like me? Wow.
Well, no, it's not for your birthday then. If your birthday's in May, there is something about a birthday that is very close, either just passed or coming up. Feels like around the person around you, the person that I was supposed to speak to today, it feels like around her.
Oh my gosh. That's so amazing.
Can you
Yes,
believe?
because my niece, she has a lot of people that like her grandma was born in September, and her uncle that she loves very much.
Her family.
Yes.
So that's why they're saying it's not right. It's not the right time because she couldn't make it here today, but they're all showing up, even if she's not, to let her know that they're not going to give up on her and that when she's ready, they'll still be there.
Oh,
She's going through a tough time. And they said, you know what, just choose faith. You can't be in a vibration of faith and fear at the same time. You got to pick one. So
Exactly.
they said, don't give up. And your daughter just kissed your cheek. Your older sister is there as well, correct? You have a
My,
sister?
yes, I have an auntie, but I'm the eldest.
Okay. I just know that you have a lot of women there, and the sister, the one to the side, is there as well. She's like chirping in, and when I said, who is this? She said, it's the sister, it's the sister. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
They just told you to not underestimate the power of planting a seed. They made me feel like you have been a little bit frustrated that I don't know if people are like getting this stuff and it's freaking you out. I know how that feels right now. Or if people are just putting their eggs in the fear basket instead of faith basket when you're trying to preach faith. And it's almost like there's this feeling of like, well, why am I even doing this then? They're not listening. Do not underestimate the power of planting a seed. You are planting more seeds than you even know.
Yes.
They're
I
very protecting you.
the fear is around this vaccination that
That's what they were
forcing
showing
my
me.
family to do, and some of them have done it. And I know my niece right now is torn about that because she had to leave her position of work.
I keep telling everybody that please, and I'm begging people, I'm begging them to band together, stand up together, and say no to these requirements. Because who are the people that have to enforce them? Who are the people that have to check your papers when you go into a store or a restaurant or anything? It's us. It's you and me. It's those of us who hold those jobs. If we refuse to do them and they have nobody that will do that, then they have to drop the mandate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, all we can do is be the best chess player that we can be, right? Which means that
Yes.
worry about keeping our own vibration really high so that we are an example for everybody else around us. And just know
And I'm
that
having that
everything happens for a
feast.
reason. Pardon?
I'm gonna have that feast. I'm planning it. It's gonna happen. I just feel so grateful for that.
They have flowers. Your daughter just, when you were speaking, she gave you a bouquet of flowers, beautiful flowers, like spring flowers, like yellow, red, pink. What is this? Did you just get flowers recently?
Well, that's part of when we do have our feast, we have to put a lot of flowers. And then we go to the grave and put them on the grave sites.
Shut
Real
up.
flowers. Yeah.
That is so cool. See, I love the fact that I know, well, I don't love the fact that I know nothing about the native culture, but I love that even though I know nothing, they can bring a message like that through, which is exactly what you guys would do. And I would have no way of knowing that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So they want
Thank
you to
you
know
so
that they're
much.
going with you for that. And they're really excited for that. Your
Yes.
energy,
Me too.
Wanda, is so good. It's just beaming right now. I want you to know that energy is healing. It feels very healing to be around you. And then I'm seeing this and the heart going around you and your husband. I feel like there's love starting to develop even deeper than there was before. There's a reconnection going on. You
Yes.
understand that?
Yeah. I was praying for that we can connect deeper, and it has, and it's just so great
Your daughter
to be
gets
able to
emotional.
talk with him in, in an emotional way. And before we were so far apart, but we lived together. But now it's like a best friend is woken up and understanding me and telling his stories too. So
Making
I
me
really
get
love it.
emotional and every hair is standing up on my whole body right now because your daughter
Aw.
is like weeping on the other side and she wants you to know that your love healed her pain. I feel like she was in a lot of pain here in the physical world. She didn't know how to express herself. She felt very stuck emotionally to express herself. And now that she's on that side, she's learning through you guys. Her learning doesn't stop just because she's in spirit form. You two learning to love each other is healing her, even on that side. So please know.
good,
She said, Mom, he
good,
found
because the
his
kids
music
need to
again.
do it.
Did your
Yes.
husband like start playing an instrument, or what does that mean? He found the music again.
He's starting to sing, and he has a song a drum song that is coming to him.
That's your daughter.
And before I would be the singer,
When you
and
said
now
this,
he's singing.
that song that is developing between her and him, that's her and him. Please let him know that that is her co-creating this with him, so that you feel this being created. This proves she's not gone, because it was created after her physical body departed this world, and yet you will feel her presence in that song. Let her dad know that that is her and him building this on love. That is love. That's why he's getting it a little piece at a time, because it's coming through psychically. That's love. That's her.
Oh my gosh.
And she
I
said,
love that, Tracy.
you know what she just said? She said, Mama, this is the melody that he's getting first, and the words are coming to you later. You will sing this song, and he will play it. And she will carry the melody throughout the universe. There is some kind of magic in that song, so keep it up.
Yes. Yeah, I feel it.
When you're done, I still want to hear it, because I can feel that vibration.
Yes.
She's pulling her energy back.
You
to
will.
She loves you so much. Please
Oh, thank you,
to your
Tracy.
niece that when she's ready, that they will still be here. I feel almost like a I'm not ready vibe today. Not I'm busy, but more like I'm not ready. Pardon me, I might not be ready kind of vibe. Just let them know let her know that side doesn't hold judgment. They hold nothing but love.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. All right, I'm going to let them pull back now, and hopefully my nose will stop itching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Oh, you too, Tracy. I love you so much. Thank you
You
for all your good
too.
words.
Oh, thank you. I'll talk to you
Okay.
soon. Okay,
See ya.
bye.